Hi, in this video I want to talk about PowerPoint and morphing. Now, I'm not the greatest fan of too much animation on PowerPoints, to be honest, especially in business, but I think morphing is really good because it can help you focus on certain parts of your slide and take away some distractions, whereas I think normal animations, if you have too many, it can be a distraction, but this morphing is really good. So what I'm going to do is have a look at this photo of staff that we've got here, and I want to be able to focus on, let's say, 3 of them separately to discuss them or more. So let's have a look. We've got this fairly good photo that's taking up a whole slide. So what we need to do is duplicate this particular photo. So just click the photo, Control D will duplicate it, and then if design ideas comes up, we can just switch that off. What we need to do is the one underneath, and it would be better if we just make this a bit smaller. Hold your Control key down and just scroll your mouse wheel towards you. If you just click the one underneath and try not to move it, and come up to picture format at the top and come over to color, and I'm going to pick a sort of let's say a black and white one over here, maybe this one here. So the one underneath is black and white. Then we need to bring the original photograph back over exactly in the same place, and you can line it up with these red lines. So there we go, we've now got them underneath each other. So now what we want to do, just click away to make sure we don't move that. We want to duplicate this particular slide. So come over to here, right click the slide and come down to duplicate slide, and now we've got a copy of the same slide. Okay, now what we're going to do, we want to select both pictures together here. So if you just click the top picture and hold Control and A, that should select them all, and I just want to make this one a bit bigger. So to do this, let's just make it smaller. Hold your Control down and just move your wheel on your mouse, and let's just make this bigger. And as you do it, you can actually see this slide underneath, and if you look over on the left hand side, you can actually see what it's going to look like. Let's just make that a bit bigger. Okay, so I'm just going to make that bigger. Need to move that over. There it is. Okay, so we want to focus on this lady on the left here. Okay, now what you want to do is click the image, or click away from it first and just click the top image. Okay, so we don't want to do anything to the image underneath. Now come up to picture format and crop, and we want to just crop in, but rather than just keeping this square, let's just click the bottom half and crop this to shape. So the shape that I'm going to use is this oval just here, and now click crop again, and let's make that a bit smaller so it's just covering the lady on the left. Now we've done that, if we just click away, you can see that she's in colour and the rest are in black and white. So now let's copy that slide. So right click over on the left here, click duplicate slide, and on this slide we're going to just change that crop. So go back to picture format, click the top half of the crop, and then just make it, move the size of it over so that it's on this particular lady here. Click away, now you can see that she's in colour and the rest are in black and white. Okay, so we're going to repeat that. Let's just, before we do, let's just check. We've just got the top of a head missing there, so we want to bring that down a bit. So let's just click the image, Control A so we select all, and let's just bring that down slightly so that we can actually see the lady here. In fact, we can move it over a bit so she's a bit more in the middle. How's that? That's a bit better. And now let's duplicate that slide. So right click and duplicate slide. And now we're going to do the same, and we'll move down to this chap down the bottom here. So come up to picture format, crop, and let's just change the size of it, bring it down here, take it off. You can take it off the bottom a bit, make it a bit wider to get his arm in. So what we want to do is we want to see what that is going to look like, and we can't see him at the moment, so you need to click the image. Remember, Control A, so you're selecting both images, and bring him a bit more into the middle. There we go. That's probably what we want. Let's just crop this slightly here. Make sure you deselect them first and then click crop, and let's just bring this in a little bit here and click crop again, and there we have focus on this chap here. Okay, now what we want to do is just make this a bit smaller so you can see it. Just go up to the top picture again and right click and duplicate slide, and then bring that down to the bottom so we can actually end up with the same slide. Now let's look to see what that's going to look like. So there we go, there's the original picture. We want to talk about the lady on the left and introduce her, so we've now got a focus of her over on that left hand side, and the rest have gone sort of greyed out. Then we move to the next slide, and now we've got a focus on the lady in the middle, and the rest are slightly greyed out. And then we go down to this chap, but that's just moving from slide to slide. So let's show you what can happen when we morph these. So just select the second slide, hold your shift down and click the last slide. So we've got the last 4 selected, and now come up to transitions and click the button that says morph, and that will morph them. Now let's go and see what this looks like. So there's our first slide. We move to the next slide, see how it focuses in and just moves to that first lady on the left. Let's move to the next slide, see it moving over to the lady in the middle, and then next slide and it moves down. That looks so much better, doesn't it? And the last one should take us back to the original. So that's how morphing works, using 2 images where we've got the image at the back in, say, black and white, and the image at the front in colour, and then we crop down to the part of the image that you want to see. So it doesn't have to be people, it could be any part of an image, and then you can morph from one to the other. So that just gives a very nice effect. If you like this video, please subscribe so that you don't miss any in the future, and click that bell as well, and give me the thumbs up, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.